se font un plaisir de répondre à vos questions.
Validé au comptoir du billet et récupérer tous vos achats personnels. Nous vous rappelons qu'il était important de tenir
We just pulled over on the side of the road because we've been following this river for quite a while. Through Quebec, headed towards New Brunswick area. And it's a pretty little river. I bet there's some good fly fishing in it. It's very shallow and it's swiftly moving. We're hitting different terrain too. It's flat following the river with the road, but there are hills and cliffs on both sides of us. And here's Joyce. We just crossed a large bridge and passed over from Quebec to New Brunswick, which is where we are now. The scenery is very nice, very hilly. We're still following the river though. And Joyce is still here. Say hi, Joyce.
Hi.
And we're headed towards, in about 3 hours driving, towards a lighthouse, which we hope to be able to camp next to. Fingers crossed. There are plenty of other options, but this is the one we're shooting for right now. We're heading out to that lighthouse and see if it might be okay to stay there. Sorry about the camera. The road is very rough. iOverlander let us out here, and there's one person recently who posted that he camped here. So and we have to be careful to be at a place where we are able to turn around with a camper.
That's what I'm worried about.
It's always fun when you have a road like this with a drop off on both sides and you have to parallel park a camper to turn it around. We'll see. We've awakened to a beautiful morning and we're just about straightened out. It takes us about 10 or 15 minutes to secure everything. And we're headed down the coast of New Brunswick to another area. We are above another lighthouse on a beach, and we'll be staying here this evening. There are a few locals walking it. Somewhere right across there, supposedly, is Prince Edward Island. There's some people over there throwing rocks for their dogs. They're chasing them in the water. You can smell the salt air. It's pretty strong. But a nearly deserted beach.
On September 4th.
And a little happening here. We have a cracked lens. It's okay. I've broken the other one before. I know where to get it on Amazon. And it fits really good. But what did it? Well, this trailer, which I dearly love, does have a short tongue. So, when you turn this, it's this. And I have dented it a little bit, but I had to make a very sharp turn to turn around here. And we tore it. So there's the pink insulation inside, and there's the aluminum diamond plate that is torn. I can repair it. It's too bad that I have to, though. We're still in southern New Brunswick, about 2 to 3 hours from the Maine border, which we'll probably cross tomorrow, headed towards Eastport. We're parked near Jessam Ferry on a river. And it's very pretty, very peaceful here. A small, very narrow dirt road led us down here. And this is where we'll be spending the night. So Joyce and I are just slightly up the road from Jessam Ferry. There's a small river here, and there was a ferry that runs across, I guess, to take cars and people. It was a very narrow road coming down. The camper and truck just fit. Not very far, just 200 or 300 feet. And we're in this grassy area. There's a little gravel boat launch over there. And it's really nice because the temperature is about 75 degrees, maybe 77, and there's a breeze. Right now there are no bugs, although when the sun goes down, that might change. And I'm watching this small river here. It goes from there way out to there, and every once in a while we'll see a speedboat, or I saw a couple beautiful sailboats chugging through. No sails because they were just getting out to wherever they were going down there. And this is where we'll spend the night. It's early. It's only about 2:30. We traveled about 3 hours and decided that there was no reason to push it. We are turned the corner and we're on our way back. This is in south central New Brunswick, Canada. Tomorrow we will cross the border back into the United States in the Calais area, and the goal is to head just beyond that into Eastport. They have a very large wharf there, which is a huge cement area. It's not necessarily a long wharf, and it's where the fishing boats and the lobster boats come in. We're going to park ourselves there, which is okay to do, and see, it's seasonal, but see if we can find some lobsters off the boat, get a couple each, because Joyce loves lobster, and I like it. So the price should be good, and I've got a decent sized kettle. I can cook a couple of them up at a time. Joyce will get the first two. And we'll see if we can find some lobsters there. Eastport is one of the most easterly points in the United States, and it's kind of famous for that, along with all the fishing that they do there. From there, it's about 200-300 miles till we get home in southern Maine. We may make another stop or two in Maine. The campgrounds, which can be pretty crowded, should be, it's a week after Labor Day. They shouldn't be too much of a problem. Not a whole lot of boondocking in the area when you follow the coast, but we'll do what we can, because this boondocking is just really nice. You find better places than any campgrounds. Hey folks, this is Stefan. Is that pronounced right? Stefan?
Stefan.
Stefan?
Yeah.
And we're in Jesmeg.
I don't know. I just
I don't know.
followed
There's a
Google
ferry.
Map and
There's a ferry down the road.
yeah.
And it's kind of a south central New Brunswick, Canada. And we're by a river here, which you've seen already. And he came down with his car, and he's parked here also. And he is a retired electrical engineer.
Yeah.
And he brought his bike because he's going to be doing some bike riding.
Yeah. Bicycle touring, the Cabot Trail after tomorrow.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you got a little ride to get
in
there.
the rain.
You got a little ride to get there yet.
Yes, I think it's another 6-hour drive.
Yeah. And he already put in 8 hours straight
Yeah.
driving. And he had dinner with us. We made some American chop suey. Do you know what that is?
Chop
Mary?
suey. Yeah, yeah.
That's what this is.
Okay.
It's like macaroni and tomato
Okay.
sauce. And we're glad to have his company. And we sat down. We solved all the world's problems.
Almost.
And talked a lot of computers and artificial intelligence and bikes and everything else. And it's been pleasurable. So tell us a little more about yourself.
Myself, I try to get older in health. So I try to do sport. So at home I do musculation, bicycle, hiking. So this is what I do at home, and I have a lot of free time. So I do bicycle touring. I do a lot of canoe, whitewater canoe expedition. Expedition in ski touring.
So he's basically one of those.
You have to know that I'm a French Canadian, so that's why I speak not confidently.
You do a good job. I'm an American with a French Canadian father who could not speak English at all, and I can speak no French.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So my French is, I say this is a joke. When people say, do you speak French? I says, not much. Coupe de graisse.
Oops.
Le fromage est maudit.
Oh, you have a good accent.
And le poisson est pieux.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But we've had a great time talking here. And it's something I've missed, because when I travel, I love having conversations like this. But particularly in Quebec, we ran into almost no one who could speak English. So
it depends where. In Montreal, you will find a lot of people that speak English, but
I was over in
small
Quebec
city,
Quebec
far
area,
from Montreal, it's harder. Yeah.
So it's been a dry spell conversationally for me. So this has been a treat.
Good.
Thank you.
It was nice.
And we'll all be heading out tomorrow. We almost got kicked out by fishermen.
Almost.
the story.
Yeah.
The guy
Another
came
story.
down. He says, I backed his trailer. So we got 5 guys coming. He's going to need to back the trailers in. You're going to have to move over. He was nice about it, though. So he puts his boat in, kind of takes off a little bit. A while later, he comes back. No one else showed up.
Yeah.
I think he got stood up.
So we just moved for nothing.
We moved for nothing. There's no one else here.
We're
except
afraid
us.
of
Okay.
repression.
Stefan, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, we just crossed the border back into Maine from Canada, and Joyce has developed quite the head cold over the last couple of days. So we are about 3 hours from home, and instead of going down the coast like we were going to, I think we'll just book it home on the turnpike. It's not a very fun trip for her right now, and we were within a couple of days of the end of it anyway. So, well, we are now home, and I am recording from my desk. We've been home for several days now. Joyce had COVID. We tested right when we got home, as I suspected it. The evening that I got home, unpacked the camper a little bit, and then I got it too. So Joyce had it a couple days, and I started that evening. The next morning, we called our doctor. They got us a prescription for Paxlovid, and as a result, it was over in about 2 or 3 days. 5 days to completely recover, but we felt ourselves after 2 or 3 days. So it was pretty mild, kind of a cold. Joyce had a sore throat. Just felt like sitting around a lot. Nothing bad, just very, very relaxed. But it is over now, and we are home, and it is a strange way to end this video and this series of videos for this entire trip. It was the first time we've ever had COVID after all of these years, because we have had all of the vaccinations, and we've been very careful over the years. But, you know, we were traveling. This summer, COVID is making a big resurgence. Even though we were in very remote areas, we did see people, and we had to have gotten it from someone. We're just thankful that it was mild, and we didn't have any other issues as a result of it. I want to thank you for watching this series, if you watched it, or at least watching this video. And the next video will be an overview of the camper after 10 years. That's my daughter on messages. And the camper is 10 years and 3 months old now from when we first built it. So, stay safe.